which means that which has life. Now, if it's an animal, then you either will say it's a primate, a mammal, or it's human. And since God is the supreme life, the supreme animus, the supreme life, he ain't no dog. He's not a lion. He's not a panther. He's not a tiger. He's not a gorilla. You say, well, what is he? Say, he's the supreme. He said he gave man the best mold or make. And you always, when you refer to him, you refer to him as he, him, king, ruler, master. But he ain't human. Something out there in space somewhere. What's out there in space? Well, see, one day I'm going to heaven. Where is it? Since you're going to make a journey, where is it? Since you really want to go. Don't you want to go? Well, hell, if I say go to Jamaica, you go to a travel agent. He give you a ticket, tell you where you're going to go, where you're going to stay. You're going to heaven. Where is it? It's up there. Who said so? Since it's up, I like to ask you, which way is up? Is the earth flat? The earth is what? Oblong. So if you live on this part, up is this way. If you live on this part, up is this way. If you live on this part, up is this way. And if you live on this part, up is this way. Hey, and guess what? The earth is not standing still. It's moving at the speed of 1,037 and a third miles per hour. So every hour it's changing. So what was up this morning may be down tonight, huh? So tell me, where's heaven? Say they got golden streets up there. Well, where does gold come from? Does it come from the sky or do you mine it out of the earth? How the hell did you get gold up in the sky? See, you got to deal with reality. You've been living in fairyland, and they've been telling you fairy tales, and you've been sucking up fairy tales. See, the white man got you thinking that heaven is in the sky, and all the time he's working the hell out of you to build a heaven for himself right here on the earth. Let me get back to Habakkuk. Now, he comes among us, and he comes without observation. Now, how could anybody come from the East to America without observation? See, there's an old saying among the Christians, it says, prepare me a body that I may go down. What you going down for? I'm going down for the salvation of my people. So Habakkuk says, he, not it. He went forth for the salvation of his people. He's the Lord of the worlds, but he got a particular people that he's coming after. It says, before him went the pestilence, and burning coals went forth at his feet. Oh, he got feet. He got feet, y'all. And on his thigh, one part of the book said, on his thigh was a name written. He had a thigh. He had feet. Scripture says, arm is not too short that it cannot save. He said the stench of the wicked was like a stench in his nostrils. The mouth of the Lord spake these things. He got a mouth, y'all. He got a tongue, y'all. He got hands and feet, y'all. He's a human being. Supreme. All right, now I got to prove this. Because see, the people that are worshiping space, they're not going to believe this. But you looking up, the book say it's coming from the east. It's up because you down. It's an elevated state that he's coming from. But he's coming to step down into hell because he loves us so much. He wants to retrieve us from the white man, our open enemy. You mean he would come and take me from my enemy and destroy my enemy? That's the kind of God I like. I don't want no punk God. I don't want no punk God. I want a God who can deal vengeance. Now I know a lot of us in here got our white friends, and we want them saved. And I understand. They can be saved, but they're going to have to do something to be saved. I'll get to that at another time. I intend to teach what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught on how the white man got here. You got to know this. So when you look at them and listen to them, you see them as they are. The Bible said when Jesus met a man, he said, how do you see men? He said, I see men walking as trees. And Jesus knew that the man wasn't seeing right. So he made a little spittle and put it on his eyes. How do you see men now? He said, oh, I see them as they are. See, y'all see the Caucasian as a giant. You see him as a tree. He's immovable. He's insurmountable. You can't handle him. He's the baddest on the planet. You need to meet Jesus. So he could put a little spittle on your eye so you could see them as they are. He stood and he measured the earth. He beheld and drove asunder the nations, and the everlasting mountains were scattered, and the perpetual hills did bow. The mountains here mean the political leaders that look like they're everlasting. You can't uproot them, but they're shaking now because a certain truth is in the world that will undercut their governments and their power. What truth is that? The truth of their origin and their world and the knowledge of God, the knowledge of self and the true religion of God and the time and what must be done. Look, I'm almost finished. I saw the tents of Cushan in affliction. Cush here means black people. He saw your tent. You're under affliction. You're suffering. You're sick. You get killed driving while black. In bad shape. He saw this. And the curtains of the land of Midian did tremble. Curtains mean the layers of falsehood that have covered you over all these years. Now the curtains are shaken because falsehood can't stand when truth comes. So as the truth is being told, those that lived in falsehood and ruled by falsehood are afraid that when you know the truth, you'll be raised into power and they won't be able to rule you anymore. So they're shaking now. Why are you shaking, white folks? Because the truth is present. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I can't stop it. If I attack it, the God that came will kill me outright. He allows me to persecute them, to try them, but if I kill so many of them, he promises that for one of his least, he'll kill 10 of my best. So I don't want to go that way just yet. I'll see if I can deceive them. Look here. Was the Lord displeased against the rivers? Was thine anger against the rivers? Was thy wrath against the sea? That you did ride upon your horses in the chariots of salvation? The bow was made quite naked. He's coming after this enemy. But the rivers are appearing to be angry. The sea appears to be angry. Rain coming down, now floods flooding out the cities and the towns. People build their home in Malibu. Oh, they want to be by the ocean. Now the ocean is in their house. You got to move back off the mountain. Or you build your house up in the mountain, but there's so much rain, mudslides, take your house down off the mountain into the valley. He's troubling America. He's troubling the world. The world is in deep trouble because God is not to come. He's present. And I tell you, brothers, he's a mighty warrior. And he don't ask you to fight. He said the battle is with me. I'm going to take the white man on for you. And I'm going to show you that he's no match for me. I'll whip him with locusts. I'll whip him with grasshoppers. I'll whip him with flies and gnats. I'll turn the air against him. I'll turn the water against him. I'll turn the seas against him. I'll turn the sun, moon, and stars against him.